Hey, what's up, Chris? How's it going, bro? What's up, Serge? Lucas, how's it going, guys? What's up, Fly? Give me 1 second and I will start this off. We've got some crazy action out of nowhere on BBGI, which I am currently in, but I'll explain that in just a second. Not really sure what's going on with BBGI. That seems like, to be honest, it's sort of looking like maybe they, I don't know, is there news of like a filing or an offering, I mean, or that's a crazy pullback. Doesn't look too natural. I think there's a lot of selling, but I'll go over what I saw in the filings myself. Okay. All right, I'm in. Okay, guys. So, Nelson, what's up, man? Chris, I'm active all day long. I'm in it right now. We're going over BBGI all morning as we speak. Like when I'm sizing in, how I'm sizing in, you know, where, like just everything, filings, dilution, whatever, name it. I go over everything, that at least everything that I know. Jeez, there's really got to be something in here of BBGI. That's a big move. That's very interesting. There's definitely something going on in here, which makes me excited. Anyway, let's get started, guys. Mule. Is that really? That's cool. You know, if it's really because Ross said he's not going to touch it, you know, that's, you know, I know he has big influence on the market, but man, to have that much influence, that's crazy. Just by him saying he's not touching it, and I know, like, when he says he buys, everybody buys, right? But I didn't know when he says, "Hey, I'm not gonna play it," everybody sells too. That's interesting. If that's the case, that's pretty crazy. You must have a lot of followers to be able to do that, and I know he does. And then he's got his room too, but that's interesting. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'll go over the questions in a sec, guys. I'm gonna run through the trade first. So here's what we got. BBGI is the actually let me say BBGI for just a second. I'll go over DJLY, which is my other quick watch. So we had a nice pop and breakout yesterday on DJLY. You can see former runner, but tons of resistance, 4 to 5s. But yesterday I was gonna I wanted to join it into the afternoon if it held up. And it did, but I missed all this. You know, I saw it up here, and I'm like, okay, you know, that's already at its highs. I don't want to buy it anymore. And then I saw it here later, and then every pullback, I'm like, it's probably over. But so it was kind of just really choppy and kind of, you know, wasn't very convicted in taking it. But now, you know, if it holds up and if it starts to go, you know, just looking again daily, I'm looking at the 4 to 5 level. AVPO. What's up with AVPO, Brian? I think he means AMBO. Yeah, I think he means AMBO. We're also looking. This is the other one we're looking at. So, you know, we have huge resistance, APVO, Was that a new one on? It is. What do we got here? Announces first completion remission on ongoing, some kind of clinical trial, some BS news. Ooh. Nice levels at $9. Lots of resistance. Biotech. I love biotech. It's my favorite niche. Let's check. APVO. It's like a 1 mil float, 1.5. No warrants, but they've got 44, 11, 13, 2020. They got 121 million left on their S3 left. Which expires, by the way, in like a week. So they're gonna have to use a lot of that. Mike, you're saying borrows are nuts? Oh, yeah, screw that. 15 cents for borrows, not paying that. Anyway, this is my process though that I go through every time I see something come up. You know. How the heck are they already 50 cents? It just popped up and they're already so expensive. Okay. I'll show, let's just quickly, we can do the APVO. And this is the second part of my quick fundamental research. It's small cap, so there's not a whole lot of fundamentals that you need to know. They do lose a lot of money every single year though, so they're in desperate need of money. 56. Man, this is perfect. I would have loved to take this into the 9s right here. This is where I would have taken it. Would have taken like 30,000 shares maybe, and then add more into $10. Or actually, if I would have taken like 30, then I would have cut it if it kept going, which it probably will, because it just popped up. But I would have taken some into this resistance at 9 on the daily. Oh well, that's okay. The other one was AMBO. Oh my gosh, no, I failed. You gotta be kidding me. Straight dilution. Look at all this. So they pop it up and just dump it all the way down. They sell maybe 1 million shares or something. They don't give any opportunity for any shorts. I mean, you could have taken it here, but then at the same time you're also shorting the bottom range. It's not good risk reward. It's like right in the middle. I mean, you can take a starter and then add into these levels here, but if you're in at let's just say 350s for an example. Oh wow. Yep. This I would have banked, but it's okay. What was I saying? Yeah, if you're taking at 350 and you're risking off of $5, like $1.50 stock on a $3, price point at this point, you're risking 50%. If you take a tiny 1/20th size and you're risking $5, sure, that's okay, but for most people, taking 1/20th size is not worth it. So, you know, I need a good pop for me to be comfortable with taking a position in, and this just didn't offer anything. Oh well. BBGI. Okay, so let's get into BBGI because this one was the main watch. Dun, 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 dun. Where am I? Sorry, I'm kind of lost. Okay, BBGI. So, you know, again, first thing I do. Wow. Jeez, this was a nice trade. If anyone took this in the 9s, like I said when it was, you know, still spiking, I said $9 is the resistance. If anybody took that, congrats to you guys. That's a great trade. Regardless, you know, just BBGI, looking at the daily. First thing I do, you know, you've got, you know, first thing you look at is, you know, this huge day. Obviously 25 mil is not that big, but this is the only real volume day it's had this past year. However, it's far below these levels, and it's already up a lot. So is it going to go to 3 or, you know, is it going to go to $4? You know, unlikely. Can it? Sure, it can. It's a low float. But so that's why the next thing you do is you look at other daily levels, and then you look at the pre-market chart. But you know, the other levels up ahead are going to be your 220s to 260s. You know, roughly 270s, 260s, something like that. And so those are the levels I was trading off of. If you just look at the if we just look at it here on the pre-market chart, you can see, you know, it's had its first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, and it's looking like it's starting to kind of get heavy and roll over. So this is kind of where I started, you know, taking a little bit. I took an entry here, risking this pre-market high, and understanding I'm taking front side. But I was also keeping in mind that the 220s to 270s was a considerable resistance. Not volume weighted resistance, but just resistance off the chart. So that's why I took it. Again, obviously front side, very cautious, trying to be safe. I'm really doing my best to avoid front side. I'm not lying. I'm doing my best, but it's very hard. You know, seeing a big move in the morning, you know, looking at the potential, it's difficult for me to avoid front side, but that's my goal for November, to avoid front side. So as you can see, I started, you see this, we had this nice pop, and it broke out high day by like 3 pennies. And then what happened right after? It dumped. So that gave me conviction, a little more conviction to, you know, go in a little bit more. So I ended up actually adding here after I saw it start and top out, and I just kind of held waiting. And then this 236 was my new risk. So you know, and we never broke that. So I was just holding. I was, you know, 215 was your key level. It broke below that, and it dumped right after it broke the key level. So now, you know, I'm looking for pops into 215 to size in. I covered some here. You know, if we get another dump, I'll cover the rest and look to resize out of the open. Keep in mind though, they have good earnings. They aren't a company that loses money, and they have a conference call at 11 a.m. So we can go over BBGI, the fundamentals a little bit. You know, it's like a 3.5 mil float, something like that. They don't have any warrants, and they have, I looked through the filings. I'm not going to do because I don't have time, but I looked through each individual filing, and they've used about 50 million of their 250 million outstanding. So I don't know why it still says remaining. That doesn't make any sense to me, because I know they use like 22 million, and then they use at least 5 in a different one. So 5 to 10. So they're at like up to 50 million. So I don't know why this says 250. Maybe I'm reading filings incorrectly. So if anybody knows but more than I do, because I'm not a pro at filings, to be honest. But if anybody knows better, feel free to DM me. That'd be great. And then the other, obviously, the other thing, you know, they're not losing money, right? So there's a lot of bullish stuff in this chart. But I was just trying to trade some price action. So that's really it. That's the only thing I gotta watch. Okay, I'm gonna go over some questions for a couple minutes and then we'll sign off. Lucas, BBGI super crowded. Absolutely. Chris, how active am I in my chat room? I think I already answered that. JB, you're talking about probably BBGI. Yeah, that's exactly what I was mentioning. It's a huge shelf, but I don't know why it still says 250 outstanding. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah, they've got a big one out there. But I'm gonna look more into it later once I have some time today. Lucas, am I comfortable shorting day one low floaters? That's the only thing I do, pretty much. That is my niche. APVO is easy to borrow for me. How the heck was APV? Oh, easy to borrow for you guys. What broker are you guys using? Because Trade Zero wasn't. Cobra. Yeah, I gotta start looking into more, just opening more brokers. Chat room and APVO, BBGI. What about the volume? Too much now? Yeah, BBGI has huge volume. That's correct. What are you saying about that? But yeah, it does have a lot of volume. Maybe I should have added. Probably should have added. But I really wanted the 215 key level to add into. Do I use level 2 much? Yes, I use level 2. I'm starting to try to use it as much as I can and trying to learn as much as I can on how to use it. I have a core, but it's dead now at this point, unless we can get some action out of it. But it's in my watch list here from last night. No, I'm not waiting for a break of 260. I don't really go long that much. Sometimes, but not much. The 22 mil B3 was pulled from the 2106. Oh, was that not the right? Was pulled from the 2106 S3. I don't have time to go through this because it's right at the open, but thank you, Mule, or who said that? D22. I'll check into that. Yeah, I guess I probably mistook something. Elliot, thanks for all the free info. There should be 1 million people here. Thanks, man. I don't want 1 million people here. So keep this on the DL, because I ain't trying to get everybody to do the same thing, because when everybody does the same thing, then the trade doesn't work anymore. So, you know, I don't want everybody to be shorting. There is a balance though, of like, you know, the more people you short, the more short squeezes you get, so that's nice. But then you're also getting the the other side, which is, you know, expensive locates. So it's kind of, you know, one or the other kind of thing. IB has APV. I guess everybody has easy to borrow of APVO. That's nuts. Why is trade 0 so crappy? Targets for BBGI. Area, so probably the 160s, 170s. Am I just really off on my... No, they're not losing money. At least not as of 2019. No, unless OTC Markets is wrong, but I really doubt that. They're not losing money. Simon, keep it quiet. Yeah, dude. Honestly, like, I would definitely be capping this eventually. I am not looking to get thousands of people on my live stream. No way. Because I'm not buying low flows. I don't need volume behind me. So I'm shorting. So if everybody's doing the same thing, we're all going to get squeezed. So this is just, you know, free for you guys. If we start getting too big, then I don't know, I'll figure something out to kind of, I don't know, I'll figure something out on how to keep it low key. John, I don't want to become a newsletter. That is not my goal. SNDL. I don't play penny stocks like that. Okay, guys, I got a couple minutes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good action today. If anybody took APVO, that was a nice trade. BBGI, conference call, be cautious. Good earnings, a lot more volume than it's ever traded. So just be careful on this one. I'm going to be cautious on this myself. All right, guys, you guys have a good one.